So let's start by let's backtest April and May. These are the rules. I tested February and March yesterday and the day before. So wait for daily time frame, buy side, sell side to be taken out, 60-minute displacement with fair value gaps, and then pull back into that fair value gap essentially, and then entry on the 5-minute, mostly 5-minute, and the result so far has been 7 trades in total, and P&L for February was 2.3% and March was -3%. So I took 3 losses in March, and these are the ones: 3 losses in March and 2 losses in February. There are a few trades here that, because I've recorded those trades on a video, I'll be going back on them and reviewing which trades I will not be taking, because there are a few in there that I'll definitely not be taking, because even though we got liquidity grab followed by fair value gaps on the 60-minute, it was clear the overall order flow was in the opposite direction, and also price might have come into a very strong opposite POI that made me question whether I would take that trade or not. So something to keep an eye out for. But yeah, let's go April. This is the 29th of March. 1st of April, Monday. I didn't know the pair. There's this inverse fair value gap that price can find support at. Although it was rejected previously, it's still quite a strong level. There is also this, sell side liquidity. I think my internet cut out for a bit there. Where are we? I believe we are here. So yeah, we come into the sell side liquidity, right? And then on the 1 hour time frame, I want that to be taken out. And on Thursday, this is Thursday, 4th of April. So I'm guessing NFP days coming out on Fridays when it finds resistance, just when I cannot trade. Thursday 10. Cool, liquidity grab. Right. What is this line up here? I want to see displacement with bearish fair value gap. You've also got 60-minute fair value gap. The first one is cleared, and this one price might tap into, might not. If it does, then that's good. There we go. And we won't tap into that, and seeing this pattern where we get a consolidation followed by a strong push up and then hold is a good indication that price might continue lower. We get a fair value gap right here above this order block. Probably a better entry on the lower time frame, because there's no way. Yeah, we're not looking at a low time frame right now. So I want to see a pullback into fair value gap. So time. Ideally into this fair value gap. Now we've got another fair value gap that price can come into. On the 4 hour time frame, we also have created a fair value gap, right? So that's something to be mindful of. Above an order block, which is a good location, and this is NFP day. Yeah, you probably would go. Well, yeah, I wouldn't trade 9, 10, 11, 12. So NFP coming out. If it's going to tank, it's good, it's a good time to, yep, drop. It took out the fair value gap, and then price dropped. And as we come down to this fair value gap, and also I'm gonna see on the daily time frame. Yeah, we have, you know, started this bullish fair value gap as well. So that's something to be mindful of. And then price drops on NFP very strong. There we go, another fair value gap. The price has pulled into and could potentially provide an entry. And he needs that free? No. Because of the fact where we are right now. Right, we are at this bullish fair value gap in a strong bullish displacement that picked up previously. 50% of that level is right there where price comes into and finds support. So I am ideally here. If anything, I'm looking for long positions at this level. We come down here, strong closer below. We hold this fair value gap, another engulfing candle with a fair value gap. Honestly, this is somewhere I'll be looking to go long rather than looking to go short. Up to these highs, well, I guess you could have gone higher as well. So we had strong displacement, price came here, started to find support, right, with bullish fair value gaps. If price comes to this level, then we could potentially see a bullish entry. Now that is interesting because we have come into this bearish fair value gap. However, the order flow seems to be starting to be bullish right now. Let's see how the day closed. So yeah, price took out that liquidity, came deep into this fair value gap, held the 50%, and pushed off with this engulfing candle. So right now my prediction will be price to go up to this high. Which it does, takes out liquidity and then displaces with bearish fair value gap, right? And I want to see price pull back into that level. $5 o'clock on Wednesday. Cool. Let's start looking for shorting opportunities. Technically speaking, although we closed above this, we have come into a bullish fair value gap and found support, right? So again, have to be careful where we are. There we go. Displacement, fair value gap. I would want to see price tap into these highs at least first. Now we're talking. We got a market structure shift followed by displacement with bearish fair value gaps. So entry, I won't expect price to come back up to 61.8. I'm happy to take a trade right here. Stops above the highs and targets at these equal lows. I don't think I'll be trading this day. It looks like it's CPI. Wednesday, April 10th. Yeah, I would have waited. I won't trade this. Good trade, but not a trade that I would want to be taken. So we wait again, we keep going on the daily time frame. Buy side liquidity right there. Let's see how price reacts. We've got a strong, or clearly closed the day with a strong bearish momentum candle, so ideally should be looking for bearish trades in the morning. This would be a good trade from. There we go. Looks like displacement is coming through. Maybe not. This is 8 o'clock at night. I won't be looking to trade that. Remember, we have got another buy sell side liquidity just below that level as well. So although we might have this low, is something to be mindful of. Well, I guess not. This is Friday, 3 o'clock. Monday started. Where are we now? Got this buy side liquidity with this daily time frame fair value gap right here. So I would, if that taps into the daily time frame fair value gap, that would be a very good trade. Anything on the, yeah. We could start seeing displacement from that fair value gap. Cool. There you go. No fair value gap yet. This is Tuesday. This might be it. Sure. We've got a fair value gap. However, what time is this? 10 o'clock. Right, it's a good fair value gap. However, it's quite not in discount. Ideally, this order block or even this order block would be a good entry. But like I said, we'll trade. We've got this swing low right here on the 5-minute time frame, which price can manipulate, right, and provide an entry. Voila, we almost had a market structure shift. There we go. We have got a fair value gap, inverse fair value gap coming into the market. You could trade it at at this fair value gap or this back up to those highs. Just the stops would be a concern. I get stopped out. Like I said, this is a weaker fair value gap and I wouldn't want to trade it there. It's too close, it's too high up in discount, in premium. However, right, these inverse fair value gaps, these order blocks, whatever blocks they are, would be a good location to go long. Price also took out liquidity right here. This happens. Oh. We had Fed speaking at 6:15, which, you know, this entry consolidation, small, you know, a sharp close below with fair value gap, and then close above that fair value gap and pull back into that fair value gap. This is just a classic entry. It's something that needs to be cemented in my brain. I don't think I would aim for that high. Even if you're just aiming for that high, you're good. 1.3R. Let's see if we continue to get more displacement, bullish displacement, right? Yep, we do. This is at 5 AM. We've got a bullish fair value gap after taking these highs. 5-minute time frame. Yeah, it's gone way too far. Let's see where we are on the higher time frame. So we're holding this fair value gap, right? We're holding this daily time frame fair value gap. This is, again, because it's below that buy side liquidity, that sell side liquidity, sorry. Such a key area. It is such a key area. I hate this sometimes. Bro, why would you do this? Oh my god. Alright, let me just do this, right? High 1.05806, 1.05806. Can I not select where to go? Anyway, let's forget that. Let's just draw this. So I want to see if the 50% is tested. So okay, we got another, you know, we're starting to see loss of momentum with those doji candles. Maybe we start seeing displacement before. Again, another fair value gap. That we could get an entry on. I think this is a good entry. Even to these highs. It reaches those highs before we get an entry, so it's not valid. Comes down, takes his lows out again, and then pushes back up. Yep, that would be a good entry. This market structure shift and then pull back into 61.8. And target back at these highs. That's because we have price is in a discount. Now we're talking. Cool. So there we go. We've got a strong bullish fair value gap that price can draw into before continuing higher. And where can you go up to? It can go up to, let me just see. Strong bullish engulfing candle. We've got the daily time frame fair value gap right here. Let's just move this down to this level. Right, so that's something to watch out for. And inside that level, we have these highs. 7 o'clock, I can see some rejection coming down from that level into these equal lows. We also have this fair value gap right here. Nice. Now is a perfect time to look for a long. There we go. Oh, got some news on the 18th of Thursday. Unemployment claims. I can see this going further up now. Yep. Nope. Okay. Oh, so we close below that fair value gap. However, let's not forget there's another fair value gap right here, which is even better, and price, I would expect it to tap the highs, these levels, and it does. Cool. This is a good, still can look for an entry here. Market structure shift, fair value gap, entry, target, these equal highs. I'm quite confident with this trade. Oh wow. Okay. Any news coming out that day? No. So again, it's too late, but this is another entry. Target these highs. I wouldn't take this trade because it's too late in the evening, and it looks like you would get stopped out anyway. Okay, that's interesting. So that's L. Let's see on the 4-hour time frame. Is there any fair value gaps the price will run into? Nope. There you go. Looks like we will be displacing. It's a good entry. We started the fair value gap. Price pulls into discount. Almost. We get the market structure shift. No fair value gap to go long. We got one here, and then price takes off. We've got another fair value gap right here that price pulls into. But this is Friday, late on Friday, so something to be mindful of. There you go. Let's see if there's any trading opportunities at this level. Fair value gap, market structure shift. That would have hit targets. However, I wouldn't know exactly where to take targets on that. Took out these highs. Now it looks like we're starting bullish displacement. Anyway, we had this bullish fair value gap. Okay, maybe I want to wait for a daily time frame fair value gap to appear before looking for a 1 hour fair value gap, you know what I mean? Like this. We had this fair value gap. Oh, come on. Price closed above. Had this fair value gap, putting it inside by a candle. Previous day low is right there. I want price to come down to that level before going up. Price goes up. Does it tap those lows? It doesn't tap those lows. But we get another bullish engulfing candle. And now I want the price to come down and provide me with a entry. Long entry. Friday it takes out previous day's highs. There you go, we got a fair value gap here. Strong close below. Now I can look for an entry at that low. Oh, this would be a good entry. These fair value gaps. Because every time we start to get strong displacement and fair value gaps starting to form, like we got 1, we got 2. Ideally, it's just best to take the entry at this level because it might not even come back to these ones, and then target start to take targets off at these levels as well. That's that for April. Not many trades, so I need to note those down.